born David Darnell Brown in Nashville in 1981, young Buck grew up amid hardships. Music became his escape. By the early 2000s, he made noise locally, catching the attention of G-Unit's powerhouse. 2004 marked the turning point when 50 Cent signed him. Buck wasn't just another rapper. He brought authenticity, grit, and southern flow into the crew. From Tennessee stages to NYC cyphers, he proved he belonged. His hunger and street pedigree were clear, and luxury soon followed. In 2004-05, young Buck exploded onto the hip-hop scene with raw energy, unforgettable lines, and undeniable Southside swagger. He first made a major impact as a member of the G-Unit collective, appearing on their debut group album, Beg for Mercy. The project became a massive success, and Buck's gritty, aggressive flow stood out, quickly making him a fan favorite. His verses were filled with street wisdom, intensity, and the hunger of a rising star, helping G-Unit carve their mark into hip-hop history during the early 2000s. Riding high on that momentum, young Buck dropped his solo debut, Straight Outta Cashville, in 2004. The album was a major milestone in his career. It went platinum shortly after its release, with hit singles like Let Me In, where he declared his arrival with force, and Shorty Wanna Ride, a chart-climbing anthem. Buck solidified his spot in the rap game. His voice, delivery, and authenticity resonated with fans from the streets to the suburbs. Following the success of his debut, young Buck began touring internationally. He graced stages across the world, performing in front of massive crowds. Sharing the spotlight with legends like Eminem and Snoop Dogg, Buck brought that gritty southern heat to arenas packed with thousands. His stage presence, charisma, and confidence made him one of G-Unit's most compelling performers. With fame came fortune. Buck got his first taste of luxury, designer clothes straight off the runway, diamond-studded jewelry, and exotic cars with custom studio-level sound systems. It was a fast, wild ride through the peak years of G-Unit's reign, and Buck was living it up. From recording sessions with hip-hop royalty to headlining sold-out shows, the Southside MC was earning, shining, and standing tall in the golden era of the G-Unit empire. For young Buck, this wasn't just a moment, it was a movement, and he was right at the center of it. As young Buck's profile continued to rise, so did every detail of his lifestyle. Success wasn't just something he rapped about. It became something he lived, breathed, and displayed unapologetically. One of his first major purchases was a sprawling mansion in his home state of Tennessee. It wasn't just a place to live, it was a kingdom. The property featured a state-of-the-art recording studio where he could lay down tracks at any time, a private cinema room for relaxing in luxury, and an exotic car garage that looked like a scene from a hip-hop fantasy. The garage showcased a powerful fleet of muscle cars and sleek, high-end imports, everything from old-school American classics to European beasts. Buck wasn't shy about showing off his success. His social media often featured shots of luxury sneakers, rare Jordans, exclusive Nike collabs, and high-fashion designer pieces like Balenciaga boots and Louis Vuitton trainers. Every step he took was in style. When it came to jewelry, he didn't hold back. He rocked thick, custom-made gold Cuban link chains, iced-out diamond grills that lit up under club lights, and Patek Philippe watches that screamed wealth and precision. Every piece told a story of hustle, ambition, and a rise from the grind. He even took things a step further by launching his own boutique fashion line, Cashville Arsenal, blending streetwear with southern flair. It was more than a brand, it was a statement of identity, loyalty, and his commitment to putting his city on the map. Throughout all the fame, Buck stayed loud, real, and loyal to his roots. His authenticity never wavered. From lined-up rides in the driveway to high-value diamonds and private jet travel, every move he made was a symbol, a statement. Proof that he had not only survived the struggle, but conquered it on his own terms. Young Buck had gone from the streets of Nashville to living a rap dream, loud, lavish, and undeniably earned. But with great success came heavy challenges. As Young Buck's fame and fortune soared, the problems began stacking up behind the scenes. Lawsuits erupted, some involving his longtime label, G-Unit, and others tied to personal and professional conflicts. Tensions with 50 Cent and disputes over contracts and royalties became public, sparking drama that fans and media followed closely. At the same time, Buck began facing serious financial issues. Mounting tax problems caught up with him, and in 2012, he filed for bankruptcy. It was a turning point that shook his image in the industry. Suddenly, the momentum he'd built started to slow. The radio airplay stopped. TV and magazine features dried up. His name wasn't on festival lineups or major tours like before. Debts continued to grow, and assets were seized. The mansion, the luxury cars, and even some of the jewelry had to go. To the outside world, it seemed like Young Buck had fallen from grace. But he didn't disappear, and he didn't stop. True to his nature, Buck stayed vocal, raw, and unapologetically real. He began releasing music independently, using mixtapes and online platforms to keep his voice alive. He toured smaller venues, hitting clubs and local stages where fans still showed love. Instead of trying to keep up with industry glitz, he focused on rebuilding from the ground up, connecting directly with those who had supported him from the beginning. Even when prison rumors swirled and legal troubles intensified, Buck's resilience stood tall. His street-to-earner journey had been shaken, but not erased. He kept grinding, using music as his outlet, his therapy, his weapon. Though the wealth and glamour had faded, Young Buck's reputation was far from gone. To many, he remained a symbol of authenticity, an artist who had tasted the top, stumbled, but never surrendered. His scars became part of his story, and his hunger never left. If anything, the struggle reminded the world that Buck was more than just a rapper. He was a fighter. After the hits and the hardships, the setbacks didn't break Young Buck. They made him smarter, sharper, and more strategic. By 2016, Buck was on a mission to reclaim his place, but this time with intention. He returned to the music scene not with major label hype, but with consistency, hunger, and raw street energy. Through a series of well-received mixtapes and solid collaborations, he re-injected his hustle into hip-hop. His bars were wiser, his delivery still as aggressive, but with a matured edge that spoke of lessons learned. Beyond music, Buck started diversifying. He launched a fresh apparel line called Buck Body, combining fitness culture with streetwear style, flexing not just muscles, but mindset. He also took smart steps into real estate, investing in properties across Nashville and Atlanta. Instead of just rapping about the block, he started owning pieces of it. Independent studio spaces followed, giving him control over his sound and creating a home base for up-and-coming artists in his community. More than just business moves, Buck started giving back. He began hosting community events in his hometown, sponsoring local basketball tournaments and stepping into a mentorship role for the youth. He understood what it meant to come from nothing, and now he was using his platform to give others a chance to rise. The brand rebuild was real and effective. The cars came back too. Sleek Bentleys, hand-picked muscle cars with statement rims and street presence. The fashion never left. He still rocked iced-out grills, designer prints, and bold chains, but his priorities shifted. It wasn't about flashing for attention anymore. It was about building for the future. Now, Young Buck moves with purpose. The luxury he once chased is no longer about ego. It's about equity. Every deal, every lyric, every venture is part of a bigger vision. His lifestyle evolved into something more powerful than status. Young Buck's luxury has matured into legacy. And through all the ups and downs, he remains proof that a comeback is always possible, when the hustle never dies. Young Buck's story tops charts and tackles truths. He rose with G-Unit, splurged on estates, slipped in legal quarrels, and rebuilt with intention. Today, he balances real estate, music, fashion, and community. He's developing film projects, nurturing new artists, and expanding Buck body into athleisure. His luxury is quieter but richer, houses over flash gear, equity over ice. Buck's legacy stands not just in lyrics, but in leadership, resilience, and real transformation. And the future? It's more than comeback, it's continuous evolution.